kind of like not all the way, but like like a smaller Rivals. You ever been on Rivals.com?
Yeah,
So I want it to be like a smaller version of that, like with the rankings and all that. Like, but we'll talk more because it's
yeah.
live.
Let me know. Let me know
Yeah,
because even if you need some talking heads for solely to handle like football, college football, like we
yeah,
can. I'd rather work with you than try and do something else because we were trying to do something like that already. So
man, for
I'd rather
sure.
work towards your.
Yo, what's going on, sports family, man? And we back at it again with another episode, special episode actually, of Micah and Friends, man. Today, it's the usual suspects. You got myself in the building, and you got my brother checking in all the way from NY. My
Yo,
brother here, man. What's going on, man?
doing well, bro. How about you?
Man, doing real good, man. Happy New Year's, Happy Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, all that.
We made it to 2021, first time back for the new year, so I had to come on and show my respects, but appreciate it.
For sure, man, no doubt. But real quick, before we get into anything, let's shout out the sponsor, man, the Quanu Hydrate. Make sure you all go over there, follow them on IG. Just straight through a Quanu Hydrate. Go over there and get you. You can order your water directly from IG if you want to. So go over there and tell them that Micah and Friends said what up. And yeah, man, we gonna get it going. Also, shout out to National Sports Chat, man. That's the brand, the page, all that. Go over there, like, comment, subscribe on everything. And while you got to go over there and follow TOV Sports, man. Tell Dave what's up. This whole production is being brought to you by them. So make sure you go and tell them what up. But no, no further ado. Let's go ahead and get into some football, man. I always like talking football when I got my good brother on. Man, we just gonna get it going because this is one of the spiciest weeks in the NFL right now. I gotta get the your Chiefs versus Bills prediction, and this is coming off of the breaking news of Mahomes being cleared for to play on Sunday. So I need to hear what your thoughts is. I need to score a prediction, just a breakdown of everything, man.
Yeah, bro. I'll start off by saying this, right? As for those who don't know, from Boston, born and raised, diehard Patriots fan.
Yeah,
Saying I'll say 20 years, most of my adult life, well, all of my adult life, most of my life, period. I watched football every Sunday, never asking if the Patriots were going to win. It was always how we were going to win. Was it going to be a blowout? Was it going to be us outsmarting them? And to be honest with you, Michael, bro, like I get that same exact feeling, that itch under my skin whenever I see Kansas City.
yeah,
Mahomes he's something serious. And I think he has that ability that when he's there, the team doesn't believe that they're ever going to lose. The defense can say, we'll give up 30 points, we're going to score 45, and they can.
Mhm.
Buffalo, I'll say maybe because they're in my division, but I don't know. Like they had a really good year, 13-3, strong year. The conference was very competitive, but I don't know. I feel like this is Kansas City's time to cash in. They got these guys under contract. Mahomes is doing his thing. Only thing is that toe injury. I think that's something that they've been downplaying because of the whole concussion protocol. But I think that will be the only thing that slows him down. But I don't know, bro. I'm gonna pick Kansas City until they prove me wrong. It's their third time in the AFC Championship. I think Buffalo's going to be in there for and be competitive for a minute. But I'm feeling Kansas City in a tight one. I'm thinking like a 31-27, 34-28, something like that. Can't be not a big difference, but I'm feeling Kansas City.
Yeah, man. I'm not mad at that, man. And like you said, one thing definitely to highlight is that toe injury. And I don't know typically with those type of injuries because I had one before playing football. You could get over it during the game, like, oh man, I'm good now. But then the next game, it takes one wrong tweak or one wrong move, and you back feeling that pain, maybe even worse. So that's definitely something to watch for, man. And I think Mahomes, I knew he was good from the concussion just because I seen him run. He ran into the locker room after even all this, so that let me know, all right, he was getting back to himself. And this play in particular, I just thought it was weird because it wasn't really any like super contact. I don't know if it was just whiplash or something or what. I really don't know. But
Yeah,
I
I was
don't know. He was wobbly though.
for a fact. I was talking to. I started taking a personal training to try and get this little beach body right type shit. And
Yeah.
he brought a good point. He was like, I think they were trying to play safe and say it was concussion, but I don't. If you can, even if we run back to tape, it wasn't really. He didn't really hit his head or anything. It looked like he really got kind of choked out and kind of out for a second. And for those who I have never been choked out, but I've kind of seen it. Like it kind of happens quick. Like it's automatic. You kind of your body goes limp. So I think that was that moment where he was trying to get his situation right. And when that oxygen goes out of your head and you're trying to figure out what day it is, I know I've had concussions. I know you probably had them too playing ball. Like they were asking you what day it is, what time it is, bro. I don't know none of that. Like, I'm just trying to catch my breath. So, like I said, I'm not surprised that he's back and ready to get it going. It's going to be a good game, though. I think you're seeing the best quarterbacks in the league right now competing against each other, and their teams are going to be very competitive.
Right. And one thing too, I just to add to the injury, Mahomes one of them guys. He got he has that froggy voice, asthma, so those kind of things like getting choked out or stuff like that can probably escalate even faster. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good point. And I just want to highlight just that when they played each other in the middle of October, man, the Chiefs came out on top in that 26-17. Mahomes was 21 for 26 for 225 in the air with 2 touchdowns. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 26 carries for 161, which he's coming back to. So
I was about to ask you,
he just got active today. So they saying that he's looking real good. And Josh Allen, it really wasn't a good game. It was I can't even say all right. 14-27 for 122, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Not the best, not the best game. They didn't have a running game either. So that's one thing too. I was looking like, man, they don't have to really get after the Chiefs really running this ball so it could open up the passing game for Josh Allen. Even though Josh Allen, he proved that he doesn't really need an effective run game, but that always helps, and it's always easier to beat a team like Kansas City who can score so quick, So you will want to have the running game established so you can kind of drain the clock. And man, I think this has the potential of getting ugly. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got it 31-21, but I could definitely see this getting up to 38 to maybe even 24, 38. 21, it can get that way. It just depends on what Buffalo Bill teams come out. And I feel like it's just not Josh Allen's time right now. How it just is what it is. Even with Lamar losing those 2 times and him just now getting a win, those first 2 times it wasn't his time. Like it's just like that. It wasn't Baker's time last week. Now it's not Josh Allen's time. You know what I'm saying? So he really got to move out the way for this one. And I feel like the business will be taken care of very easy. We may see Mahomes sitting down mid-4th, and I think they're capable of doing that.
So you thinking it's about to be like a sit them down, get them ready for the AFC Championship type of
for sure. Yeah, for Super Bowl.
Okay, I wouldn't put my money on that personally because I really do.
But hold on, I still got it tight. It's 31-21, but it has the potential to get ugly. Like this has.
Like I said, I feel you. I think the big thing is going to be how the Bills' defense is. I think Kansas City's defense has shown what they're going to be. They can start off strong, but once you commit to either we're gonna air it out on you or we're gonna run it down your mouth, they're gonna kind of cave and just kind of look at Mahomes like, yeah, they're gonna be like, you got us, like we'll go out there, but you need to make sure that you scoring when they score. Uh,
Yeah.
Buffalo's defense is a little bit more polished. They got ballers on every single level of the defense. I think if they're able to kind of make some stops, it's going to be interesting. But to your point, I think it's going to say like right now is Mahomes' time. It's Mahomes' league, and he's going to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Josh, do you got the ability to kind of be like, nah, like I'm about to make that step too.
Yeah.
We'll see. But like I said, right now I'm gonna put my money on Kansas City and rock out with it.
Yeah. And you got, the Chiefs defense usually steps up in the playoffs because they're not particularly good at all, but they step up in the playoffs and they usually just ball out. You know what I'm saying? Even last week with not Tyreek, Tyron Matthew. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just having a nose for the ball, he's gonna ball out. Regardless of what's going on. So I think this one, the Buffalo, if y'all could run the ball, it'd be big because Allen they could take the top off of defense. They showed that. But if they could run and knock some of this time off the clock, that'd be very key. And just run, knock the time off the clock, and score with Kansas City, like you said. But nah, do you got anything else on that one?
Nah, like I said, I'm just gonna make sure I got my got the couch ready, got the heat on the house, gonna have the wings
Yeah,
ready, and just enjoy the game, bro. I think it's gonna be a
yeah.
good one.
What's your thoughts on Eric Bieniemy, the assistant coach? Well, OC.
So I think it's a couple things. I'm hearing and people have been saying that like he's not the best interviewer and things like that, but I'm like, well, I don't know how that's possible because if we saw the interview that the Detroit Lions coach did last week or yesterday, we're talking about he's gonna
Crazy,
fight off calves. I'm like, if
crazy.
he can interview better than Bieniemy, then there's something wrong. But at the end of the day, we've seen what Bieniemy can do.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, what I'll say is this: I think all of the really good jobs that are worth taking this year are currently filled. Next year, we're looking at potentially maybe I'm predicting at least 3 or 4 good openings. Minnesota, possibly Cincinnati, possibly Dallas, depending on how they do with McCarthy. Like you can wait one more year, possibly get another ring, come out this year, do good in the playoffs, and
Yeah,
then now you have an even bigger market, bigger opportunity to kind of fall into something. So
yeah,
if you didn't want to do it right now, I get it, but I mean, it's the same old, same old. We know how it is. They'll let us play for them all day, but you're gonna coach and be the face of the team in that perspective. You
yeah.
know they're real tricky to give that type of power up.
Yeah, and man, I'm right along with you, bro. I say wait. It's no reason to go to a trash team just so you can get a
Mhm.
head coaching job. No, I don't care. Wait till the right opportunity falls in your hand because forcing it is how you get out the door fast. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. A lot of people, once they get asked to be a head coach in the NFL, they probably never get asked that again after they turn it down. But hey, you got to really stand on something. He know. I'm sure he knows. At the end of the day, the door is always going to be open for him at Kansas City to be OC. And even after Andy Reid, it's probably still a door open there for him. But man, I just think it's just a lot of politics that come along with it. And like you said, it's all the positions right now that's filled is I'm not saying that a lot of guys aren't qualified, but they aren't as qualified as the enemy. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Even a guy from
never do not
Georgia.
lie, bro. It's him. It's him and Reed. And I think Andy calls the actual plays for the offense, but
Yeah,
even still, the enemy is very much involved. But I think to
yeah,
your point, you touched on something important where it's like, hey, these jobs are coveted, but you want to pick the right one. There's only
mm,
32 of them, so there is a level of rareness with them, but some are better than others. And I'll tell
yeah,
you, I'd rather spend my days in a Denver situation where you could potentially trade, get somebody good, and rock out with those receivers with that defense that they're gonna have, as
yeah,
opposed to trying to fix that mess in Houston, where
yeah,
you might walk in there and have to trade your franchise player because your owner's racist. Like
yeah, for
there
sure.
are some that's better than others.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Man, let's go ahead and get into this next one, man. We got the Packers versus Buccaneers. Both our guy, we Patriots fans, but we got our, lifelong quarterback Tom Brady's in the Buccaneers, which I actually got an interesting take on because a lot of people give me flack for this. They're like, man, I don't understand how you're not a Brady fan. you're a Patriots fan. Like, bro, it's just in me. Like, once you leave, I don't care. Like, it's like I still root for you a little bit if we not in there, but I really don't care for you. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to say that about Brady because he is the GOAT, the greatest to ever do this on the field. But I need your reaction and your prediction to the Packers versus Buccaneers, man.
Yeah, well, first I'll touch on the point that you just made. I think that's where we both respectfully disagree. I'm rooting for Brady. You know,
Yeah.
honestly, I think with being New England fans, it's different than a lot of other teams and a lot of other sports because we've been good for so long because of two reasons: Brady and Belichick. So it's hard to be able to be like, oh, like fuck Brady, but it's like, nah, you really are the direct reason for the success that we've had. We only had 20 years roughly, but nah, I feel you. I think number one, if I was a GM, if I was Belichick the GM, he wouldn't have left. We would have just put pieces around him. And I think Brady's showing that like he's still got another year, 2 years maybe of ball, and when he's in a good situation. I think their defense is going to be the true question. Can they stop Mahomes? And I mean Mahomes. Can they stop Rodgers and Adam? But I don't know, man. I'm thinking Rodgers is having a career year. And he's already maybe the best all around quarterback in the league. Like he was the number 2 behind Mahomes came in. So like he's about to be probably MVP this year. Adams, who can stop him? He had a session against Ramsey, who's maybe the top corner in the league last week. Like I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Packers. They're playing in Green Bay. It's Aaron Rodgers is, I think, maybe a second, maybe third possible NFC Championship home game. Like, I'm feeling like that's going to be the way to go. I think that the Packers got the better coach. I think that they have the better scheme coming in, and I think they also have a slightly better defense. Their defense is a little bit more veteran, a little bit more seasoned, and Brady has shown that, like, unfortunately, with that team, they're real inconsistent. 1 minute they'll put up 43 on you. The next minute they'll put up 17 and Brady will be forgetting what down it is. Like it really depends. So, so I'm leaning Packers. I'm going Packers.
For sure, man. Me, I'm with you again. I hate to be with you again, but I'm definitely going Packers, man. I have it. I didn't get your score though. What score?
I'm thinking
because I'm saying 27-24 Packers.
See, I was thinking
or
like
either 27-21.
I was thinking 28-21.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
I'm thinking Packers start off strong. Brady goes into the half.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, we're gonna get some things figured out, and they start balling. Now, AB's not playing
at all,
and Godwin has been a little spotty with his injuries, and then Evans has been fighting through injuries the whole year, but still no excuse. I think they're a better duo than Alexander and King on the Packers. So, I mean, it's going to be something good, but I'm thinking 28-21. I'm thinking possibly even like a 31-28. It's going to be again another close game. These these 4 teams are all very evenly matched.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, I like Rodgers in this. I think it's his year MVP season, best season of his career statistically. And I think he wants to avenge that loss that he suffered to Brady, that 38-10 loss in the middle of the season. He didn't really play too good. 16 for 35 for 2 picks. So I'm sure he wants to avenge that. And a lot of that 38 was scored off just turnovers from the offense from the Packers. So I definitely feel like this would be a good game for Rodgers. And like you said, it's some key injuries out there. You have no AB, so that kind of shortens the field. What's the safety's name? I think it's Winfield Jr. He's very questionable, the safety, when they're starting safety. So we'll see, man. And we know the most vulnerable part of the Buccaneers defense is that backside. So we'll see. I'm sure Rodgers will have a field day with that, if they're not coming to play. Because we've seen what Mahomes did, what Mahomes and Tyreek Hill did to, I forgot, but number 24, when they had that 200 receiving yards in the first half. So it can get ugly, so.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, it could get ugly, but I think this would be a close one. Like I said, man, either 27-24, 27-21. And one thing I do want to say though, if Brady wins this is gonna be one of the greatest Super Bowls though, because he retired Drew Brees. So we could add that as a say. Let's say if Drew Brees retired, he retired him in this playoffs.
Yep.
He beat well, if he wins this one, he would have beat Aaron Rodgers, all time great. Then he may have to beat Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
So if he beats three of the best quarterbacks, it may be, even though the defenses are not just stellar defenses at all, but this will look good on paper. Trust me, like this will be like, oh well, he at 43 he beat woo 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 woo. This will look. This is kind of like Jordan getting a ring with the Wizards. Like if he ever got a ring with them, you know what I'm saying? If he were to able get a ring with them, you know. But I definitely think this is gonna be a good game. This one is gonna have a lot of one thing I want to watch for too is the play calling. I want the play calling to be even because sometimes, you know, with Brady is sometimes he get those type of calls that no other quarterback gets, but you playing against Rodgers who demands those type of calls as well. So I will expect the officiating to definitely be even down the middle. So this is one thing too. If the Buccaneers are able to get that running game established, because they got Fournette going last week, he had like 68 yards, then he had like another 60 in the air. If they're able to get that running game going with Ronald Jones, because the last time they played, Jones had like 20 carries for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was balling.
That's what's gonna be interesting because then the game could get out of hand on their way. Like the Packers could get demolished if it's like that because you're not asking Brady to do anything if they just running over you.
To your point though, it can go the other way too because Green Bay got three of them guys back there that can all tote the rock and do
sure.
Aaron Jones, I mean, he's what this year proved he's a easily top 5, possibly top 3 back in the league.
Yeah.
Then they got Williams, who's kind of like their change of pace, but he'll run you over if he needs to. And then they got the Dylan, who went to he actually went to BC, big power back. So like they got their own thing. You said what?
He's from Connecticut. Yeah, you're right. He went to that school, but he's from Connecticut.
Yeah. So I'm saying it can really go either way. I think it's just who's gonna assert themselves against whoever's defense. Whoever's defense can't stop the other side is gonna be the one that you're gonna say, okay, it's gonna be one of them games because Brady has more pieces to play catch up, but I think Rodgers has the better coach and the better pieces initially to be able to set a lead and be up by 10 points. And then the defense is like, oh, now all we got to do is just blitz Brady. And whether he's in Tampa, whether he's in New England, whether he's on the moon, Brady is not able to get past preeminent pass rush. That's always been his little Achilles heel, if he even has one. Yes. But real quick to your point about this possibly being his best Super Bowl, I'll say this would be the hardest role.
I would say this would be like the best looking one on paper.
Yeah,
yeah, just on paper.
Based off of the teams that he's had to play, going back and thinking like it's same thing with LeBron. I was like, okay, who are you playing in the East? Okay, who are you playing in the AFC? AFC. There's a reason why all the good young quarterbacks are in the AFC and the older ones are in the NFC. The teams in the AFC sucked. But to your point, yeah, I think this will definitely get rid of that whole, he won in the AFC when, he had Buffalo when they were bad, New York when they were bad, in Miami. People forget that Joe Montana played with Cleveland when Cleveland was in that same division and when the Bengals were the Browns of that era. So let's kind of calm down with that whole type of thing. But let me take off my Brady cape. But I'm thinking it's, to your point, on paper, I think this is going to be the most impressive win because he was like, I ran the AFC. I'm going to go to the NFC and I'm going to do the same thing. I mean, we'll see, bro. I'll say he'll have, 7 rings at this point?
That'll be 7.
7 rings. He would have been to 10.
7 on 11 tries, I think.
Yeah, 7 for, that alone. I think this would be his 14th conference appearance. I think I was watching Get Up yesterday, and I think Greeny had said something that was crazy. It was like, I think Brady has like a 74 or 79% chance in his entire career to get to the conference championship, which is like a higher percentage than LeBron to make a free throw.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Sure.
So yeah, like I said, I'm happy for him, but I think Rodgers needs another ring.
Yeah.
10 years since he's been there. He needs another one to add to his for him to be really considered potentially top 3, top 5 at least quarterback of all time.
Mm-hmm. But even if he doesn't get that, I still don't want it to be like, well, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because and quite honestly, he didn't have the proper help, man. He's not having, and I'm not. Brady didn't always have he didn't always win with the all-star guys. You know how I got those last couple rings. He was just winning it with anybody, and that's to Brady and Belichick's credit. But everybody can't win like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think just the organization as the Green Bay Packers as a whole, they did a disservice to Aaron Rodgers by not really getting him any skilled players really ever. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the last time, it was like 10 or 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then you draft Jordan Love. It's like, come on, bro. Like, what do you want? You really want me to, like, you trying to send me home or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I definitely think he needs another one, but if he doesn't get it, I'm cool with it. Just because I mean, I see the talent that's already out there, and I know what I want Mahomes to do. I feel like Mahomes was one pre-snap penalty away from winning the championship his first year.
Yeah,
Technically his second year, but his first year that he played. But
yeah,
man, this is gonna be a good weekend, man. I just wanted to get on here and talk some football with you and see what your thoughts was, man, to see who you picked. But our picks is in, man. We lined up on the right track. We got the Chiefs and we both got the Packers. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm gonna bet on this because I don't like, bro. I really have a problem with the spreads, bro. Like, I have a problem with that. So I don't know if this is something I'm gonna bet on, but yeah, I think this is definitely gonna be an entertaining week of football, to say the least, man. We may see Chad Henne come out again. We never know.
Literally, and I think that would be the only problem would be if he ends up having to come in from Mahomes. But as far as betting, I would say, again, I have to look at the points that they're saying for the over or under, but I would probably do the over on the Buffalo and then go under probably with the Tampa Bay and Green Bay. I just feel like it could potentially be a high scoring game, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being more of a defensive matching between the two teams. So yeah, bro, it's going to be a good game regardless. It's going to be either way good, really, really good.
Oh wow, they're giving Kansas City 3 points and they're giving Green Bay 3.5.
Yeah, I would say that's I think after I had like 28-21 or 31-27. That's 3 after 4. So
I don't know, man. This is gonna be a good week, man. We gonna see what happens, man. We gonna check back in real soon and give our reactions of how we may even do a live on Sunday if you cool with that. You just want to do an IG live on Sunday?
Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna be in the spot able to do it. So just let me know what we need to do.
Bet. Well, we gonna give y'all a post game reaction for the conference championships. But other than that, man, I don't have anything else, man. I appreciate the people for checking in with us, man. Make sure you go over there and follow Quanu Hydrate again on IG. Go over there and submit your orders. Put your orders in for that good pure water, man. Also, make sure you go over there to National Sports Chat. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IG, all that. Make sure you go over there, do all that. Go over there to TOV Sports, man. This whole production is being brought to you by them. Tell Dave we said what up. And also, man, make sure you go over there to the podcast page, Mike and Friends. Follow us, follow Amir, follow me personally. And other than that, man, we up out of here, man. We checking in and checking out. Yes, sir.
Thank you for tuning in, sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Here is something you can't understand. How I just keep killing, man. I'm from the South Rim, spinning like ceiling fans. Gambling with life, no complaining about the dealer hand. Back when niggas used to ride around the Dipset. Now these cops will shoot you on your live. That's